are watching Roosevelt to Bandy channel.
My name is Abandi Roosevelt. I'm a student ambassador at Microsoft. We created this event so we can allow people to understand how we can use Power Apps to make the world a better place. Yeah, let me share my screen so I can show you the presentations for today. Okay, so we are going to start with Power Apps. What is Power Apps? Power Apps is just a suite of apps, services, connectors, as well as data platforms that provides a rapid development environment to build apps for your custom business. So if you are not a tech savvy person and you are looking for how you can write or develop apps without using code like HTML, C# and others, you can employ the use of Microsoft Power Apps to develop business apps so that you can as well collect data from your customers. So what are the ways which we can create apps? Let me quickly go to the Microsoft Power Apps. We have the Canvas apps, we have model-driven apps, we have portals, I also have Dataverse. I will just talk about a little bit of each of them so we can understand what they represent. For the Canvas apps are also low-code apps that you don't usually require coding skills or techniques to build. It's just basically the use of drag and drop experience. If any of us have used this web development tool called Dreamweaver, if you are building a website, you don't need to actually code. You can just drag and drop. You can drag your inputs, you can drag your option buttons and all that. That is what the Canvas app is about. Let me show you. Let me do a demonstration of how this is. Okay, let me call it first app. So if I create a Canvas app, okay, this is how it basically is. You can see if you can insert your buttons. This is a button. You can rename your button to probably next. You can insert text inputs for collecting data. So many things you can do. You can even insert forms. You can insert media. You can insert charts. You can insert icons. For example, let me add an icon. One of my best icon. Where's this? The next. Where's the next? Yes. So you can insert this. You can just basically drag and drop and you have the full experience, and you can build your apps to whatever desire you want. You can also build apps in model driven. Let me show you an example of a model driven app. So if you were to create a model driven app, you click this and you create. A model-driven app too usually requires no code. For me, basically, I caption model-driven app as using data to create apps, in the sense that it is somehow related to analyzing data. Let me create this, the first app. This is my first app. And when click done, oh, where is that? Oh, error. Why? Okay, so here we can configure the sitemaps. We can add a new area. I just want to show you how this is. Entity. Let's say account. There are so many. You can choose wherever you want, but for demonstration purpose, I'll use this. So I'll save and close. So you can see, save this and publish. So after publishing the app, I'll play the app so you can see what it eventually is. Okay, so I created an app. I created an app earlier, and I still have some data. Let me delete this. Or let me modify it rather. Okay, let's say I have Princess Oviawe, phone number 080 dash 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 dash. And I just want to show you the most important thing about this app. Let's say 10410. So I'll save. Then if I show charts, you can see that it has 3 records. So this is a model driven app. It has 3 records, one for Abandi Roosevelt, one from Jafflet Nwamo, and one from Princess Oviawe. And you can still dig deep into this app. So let's assume I look for zip code, that's address zip code. Then let's say I use pie chart. So you can see it sections all the zip code. We have Princess Oviawe's zip code to be different. We have mine zip code to be different. As you can see, Princess is 102, 101. You have another person of 103, 101. We have another person of 104. So this, for me, basically, I just call it an analytic tool, a way to analyze apps. And you can also run reports and share reports to other people so that they can see. So this is another way of creating app. Another way again of creating app is through portals. But this portal, it has to do with sharing information from someone outside your organization. So if you are creating a business app that requires you to get information from external people, let's say you created a website and the website has a forms or a survey, and you want both people in your organization and people outside your organization to fill those survey forms, you can also use this portal. You can also use this portal app to make those. But this portal app is currently not free. There's no trial for it. You need to enable subscription. You need to have a subscription to access this. So you can see the error is giving me I don't have the appropriate permissions to create portals in this environment. So that's all about that. Then let me also explain to you the Power Apps website and things about it. So here we have the home, where you can see Dataverse, SharePoint, Excel Online, and SQL. This Dataverse is, I call it the best, because you can automatically generate apps just by having the data. So if I have data from a lot of people and I don't know what to do in my data, I can actually use Dataverse to build apps. For example, let me show you a quick example. Let's say flooring estimates, flooring estimate table. If I click connect, it automatically generates my app, and you will see what it's going to give me now. Okay, it's generating. Okay, here we go. You can see the app. Let me play it so that we can see it a little. Okay, this is my app. You can see just by giving it data, it automatically generates my app. You can also add other things you want. Right, let's see. You can see. So data apps is a very good way of also creating apps. For me, it's the best way because you don't need to manually drag and drop like the Canvas app. You don't need to analyze. You just put your data and you have everything. So also we have, let me also show you again. Make the Power Apps. We also have the Learn tab. This Learn tab is basically just a guide to show you things you really need to know about Power Apps. You can start learning if you want to. You can also join a community, which we will talk about at the ending of the program. You can get help from people, from blogs, then apps. This apps is a tab that automatically shows all apps you've built. You can also show apps that people have been building in your organization. So if you are as an admin, you want to see or you want to track apps of people that build apps in your organization, you can actually see all those information in this apps tab. You can also create Dataverse. I've talked about Dataverse, how Dataverse deals with data, and it generates those apps using tables. Then we have flows. These flows are connecting tools that helps you to automate your apps. So for instance, if you have data, okay, let me give you an example. During the course of this event, I sent out a form for we to fill, and after filling those forms, I generated email to each and every one of us. It would have taken me forever to individually message everyone privately, one by one. But with the possibility of flows, I was able to send the emails at once. Then we also have chatbots. You can also create chatbot for your business. AI builder. This AI builder too is also enabled so that you can improve your business. It also works like flows too, but this is more sophisticated. Then we have solutions. Solutions are what people build and all that. Then we also have the environment. This environment, you can say I have a Microsoft Student Partner environment. If you have subscriptions, your subscriptions are likely to show here. If like I had a subscription, an upgraded subscription, maybe I would have been able to access that portal so we can build apps. That's all about creating apps on Power Apps.